Courtesy of the Loungers Club, I was gifted some merch and I am more than happy to do a promotional video for the brand. So let's get to know the company. The Loungers Club is a lifestyle clothing brand that promotes relaxation and comfort, weekend getaways, vacation, and just a stress-free lifestyle in general. Inspired by a cherished family heirloom, it became the symbol of their mission to create comfortable, stylish clothing that encourages people to slow down, unwind, and to savor life's little moments. From beachside picnics to late-night fireside chats, the Loungers Club invites everyone to embrace comfort, leisure, and positive vibes. The brand offers versatile clothing and accessories for men, women, and children. Please go check them out at theloungersclub.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to JW News. I am Ruby Quinn, and I am waiting for my co host. So I'm going to say hello to everybody in the chat. If you are watching, get in the chat right now so I can give you a shout out. And I'm so happy we still have like that promo that I just showed you guys. How do you like that promo, guys? I totally forgot that I did that, and I want to start using it, in all of my lives a little bit more frequently cuz I like it. It's amazing. Okay. So, we have a lot of stories to get to, and we will be here only for an hour because we are going to have a TV show night on Discord. So, if you are not already on Discord, let us know in the chat so we can drop the link. We do movie nights, TV show nights, almost every other night that we're not streaming live or like after we go live. We will be on Discord and we will be watching the new episode of Severance. I am addicted to that show. So every Friday after the news, we will be watching a new episode of Severance, and it's so good. It's amazing. All right, I'm gonna go to the chat now. Let me know if you guys are here. Del Real Love is already in the chat. Welcome, Doreen. Doreen, welcome. San Diego, time to lay down. I need my glasses. I need my glasses. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Time to lay the law down. Mwahaha. Okay, San Diego. Hi, Jay. Joe and Fran. Thank you, guys. Becky's in the chat. Eric, Ruby, maybe TV advertising is your thing. Yes, that was a one-time thing, and I have not been showing it. So I need to show it more often. I love it. So professional. You think so, Eric? Oh, I feel weird, but I like it. I like it. I did it for a fellow XJW. So if you don't know the Loungers Club and the website and everything, all of that was for a fellow XJW entrepreneur. So I was like, of course I'm going to do that. So that was cool. Who else is in the chats? John Marciano. Hello. All right. Anybody else? J Man United. Hey, how are you? Doreen, I want to be added on Discord. Yes. Oh my goodness. You should already be there. What? Okay. So maybe if any moderators are in the chat can put the Discord link in the chat. You click on that link. If you don't already have an account, make an account, join the server. It's called XJW Friends. And I have been hosting TV show nights and movie nights every other night that we are not streaming, like Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I wait until maybe after our shows. Friday, like tonight, I'll wait after our show and I host stuff. Okay, let's see who else is here. Rosie, Jenny S. Hello. Oh, thank you, Eric. Nice. There we go. San Diego came in clutch. That's the Discord link. Everybody join the Discord, and we will be watching a new show tonight after the show. So like around 10:05. I'll wait for you guys to head on over to Discord. And I told my cousin Tony to join us for the news tonight. So whenever she is available to hop back on because we were just here before I went live, I want to bring her up. In the meantime, I mean, she can hop on whenever she wants if she's watching. If you're watching, hit that link. I wanted to talk a little bit about Operation Spotlight. So, as many of you guys already know in the chat, if you don't know, please go to my channel or Jimmy Bell's channel to watch those videos about the Operation Spotlight, which is the letter writing campaign that we're doing to the White House. Jimmy came up with a new idea. So, if you don't know about that already, it's another cover photo. No, not cover photo. It's a cover letter that we can send either with the letter or we can send it actually separately, because what we want to start doing is send it to your local senators in your state. So that is another, like a mini letter writing campaign that we're going to be adding to our Operation Spotlight, because it's the exact same thing. We just want that same letter that is addressed to President Trump. We want it to be addressed more locally, which is an idea that I love. Like, that was the first thing I said. I want to go more local. We should be talking to our representatives, our senators, governor, attorney general, like whoever in your state is the most important person politically, no matter the party, it doesn't really matter. We want attention to this. So we have that cover letter already available. If anybody needs help with that, just text me on Discord as well, and then I'll find it and I'll be able to send it to you. Okay, King Tony is here. Very good. Just there we go. Now I see you. Welcome, King Tony. Just unmute yourself whenever you're ready.
Hello.
Yes. Hello to King Tony, everybody in the chat. I think most of the gang is here. Michelle is here. Doreen is here. Becky, Eric, San Diego.
Awesome. Hey, guys.
Beverly, she says she has her 5 copies of each page sending out Monday. Awesome.
Beautiful. Music
Yes,
to my ears.
to play your short for everybody. It is so inspirational. The music hits the spot.
It's on point.
All right, everybody, let's watch Michelle in action. She even put avoidjw.org on the back of the blue envelope. I love the blue. I love the Sharpie big letters. I love it. And she wrote Jehovah's Witnesses violate human rights on the back. And then she put avoidjw.org. Isn't that amazing? I love it, Michelle. You did such a great job.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yep.
Perfect.
Awesome.
She's the one that gave me the idea. When I saw her put avoid JW, I put it on mine too. I was like, that's perfect. Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
I saw her envelope. She sent the picture and everything. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to do the same thing, because the point is, right, even the mail carriers, they're gonna see it. So you want people to be aware and to understand. It's not just for the president, it's for everyone to understand.
All right. So as Doreen says in the chat, here is to Michelle. Good job, Michelle. Yep, got it, Doreen.
Oh, hey, Joe and Fran.
Yeah, Joe and Fran is in the chat.
Wow.
Hi, Mary 777.
Hello.
Michelle says thank you. Ricky Bobby, which is Eric, he says, I love the blue. It's an FU to the JW colors they use. And I didn't know that. Yeah, did you know that they would send the CSA problems in blue envelopes to Watchtower? I didn't know that.
Wait, say that again. No.
So I think his elders would send like confidential information about CSA in blue envelopes to the legal department in Bethel. And that's how they would know, because it was a blue envelope. And I didn't know that. So when Michelle was saying we should use blue, it's because they use blue.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like you wouldn't know that if you weren't an elder, right? Like we don't know those things.
No.
I didn't know that. So I think the blue is amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
It stands out.
exactly. Good idea, guys. Yep, the CSA in blue envelopes. J-Man United says, "What's up, King Tony?"
Yo, what's up?
Yep. CJ, welcome.
Hello.
Michelle says, "I wanted to get people talking about that. Why the blue?"
You're good, Michelle. You're good.
Yep.
You're good. I
And
was wondering, I mean, I thought it was because of the whole laser thing, like with the fires and how the roofs are blue, and like in case the government sees the blue envelopes and they freaking laser the heck out of it, burn them up, and never reaches the president.
no.
I'm like, I don't know.
No, but it's a really good idea. And if they are curious and they go to avoidjw.org, they will see everything. Because there's
Wow.
not just CSA stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh my
it's a
God.
lot of different stuff.
Wow.
And even if they Google what's Operation Spotlight, if they dig deep enough, they will connect Jehovah's Witnesses with XJWs with Operation Spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody was actually really curious, they will
Yeah.
find us on YouTube, on X, Facebook, everywhere that we've been posting this, they will find it.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's a smart idea. I think the next letters I send, I'm gonna get blue envelopes.
Yeah, I might do the same thing. I might.
Yeah, because I gotta
I might
send it
do it.
to our, what was the Jimmy sent the update? It was to the
Senators, to your senator or to
yeah.
your governor. Well, I don't know
Oh,
about your governor.
Jimmy's in the chat. Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy's in the chat. Oh, Joe and Fran here say Phil has a YouTube channel called Blue Envelope, which is
Wow.
another signal to
This is
the
my first time
JWs.
hearing about this. Wow.
Yeah, I've
You
seen it.
should
I think
talk
I've
about
seen like,
that more because I'm clueless to that.
yup,
Wow.
yup.
Oh man, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm a Taurus and I love food. I love to eat food. I love to cook food. So you're gonna always see something.
Yep. You're always like either smoking or eating is one or the other.
Oh, I
Yep.
feel
You see what
better.
I'm saying?
Let me stop because I don't want to.
Yep. Oh, Jimmy's in the chat. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, we talked about Jimmy's update. It's like a cover letter that we can send to more our local
Yeah.
representatives. So your governors, your attorney generals, your senators, your congressmen, anybody that you want to send locally. But we did talk about on my political show last Tuesday.
No, Faded said he's eating Chef Boyardee ravioli. Stop it.
Who said that? Oh no,
Faded,
San Diego's nasty. He has a history of eating nasty.
stop playing. Stop it. That's
Yeah.
so bad for you.
This is not surprising because he said that he would eat pizza from 7-Eleven and I almost died.
Okay,
That's
okay,
disgusting.
hold on. When
Yeah, I know.
when you tight on the budget and you starving, that thing tastes like, official
No.
pizza. Okay?
No, anything but that. I mean, you can make some rice and beans on the cheap down low. You do not do Chef Boyardee or pizza from 7-Eleven. So he has a
No.
record and a history of
Okay.
doing this.
I
So
mean,
he
it's
needs
definitely cardboard, but I mean
we know. We need to change the subject. Change the
okay,
subject.
okay.
Anyways, now I'm distracted.
Just don't
Let
forget
me
the P80. Check your pickles.
oh my god, yep. I started trying to design like
Do
merch.
it. Because Papa Q, where's Papa? He's in the chat.
Yes, he's in the chat. Papa Q is in the chat. We were gonna do Papa Q in the front, and I was gonna put my little logo, XW Political Corner, on the side of it, and then on the back, it was either gonna be a question like, did you check your pickles, or it should be check your pickles P80, and then on the bottom it says just ask me,
Hashtag
so that
Papa
people could
Q.
talk to him. Like ask
Hashtag
me.
Papa Q.
Oh my god, San Diego's disgusting. It got me
Listen,
like
Jimmy, we got off that live and I missed it all. I was watching y'all and I was dying. I was dying. That was
look
so
what
funny.
Michelle said. She said she ordered her red wig.
Send me the link, Michelle.
Okay, guys. So if anybody doesn't know about the red wig, I have my red wig for when we do rants on my channel. So we have a rant. scheduled for Tuesday on my political show, and Michelle and all of us were talking about all of us getting red wigs, like my red one, so that we could rant all together. So if it comes before Tuesday,
That's
we're
it.
doing it.
I'm gonna order mine on Amazon Prime if anything, and get that in 2 days.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that cover letter that Jimmy was talking about is to send to our local representatives about the CSA stuff. So he wants to do a whole, stop distracting me. I see the chat. Shut up. So what we want to do is a whole American tour. We want to cover each and every state. Somebody get New York. Somebody get um all those states if you can. I mean, I'm in Florida, so I should take Florida. That makes sense. And
I'm
all
New
right.
York. I don't know. I think Joe and Friends New York as well. So they're probably gonna get a,
Yes.
a bunch of them from New York.
From New York, exactly. And whoever's in Florida needs to do a whole Florida campaign. All
Yeah.
XJWs in each and every state need to do a campaign. Yo, you guys are too much. You guys are distracting me. What now? Go
Oh,
ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
wait. Jimmy
Go
said,
ahead.
"Should I get one like Jessica Rabbit?"
Who said that? Who said that?
Jimmy, you know what? We all need to get one like Jessica Rabbit because it's red wig time next Tuesday.
Yo, for real, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy doesn't know. I didn't talk to Jimmy yet. So,
It's
Jimmy,
okay.
we need to talk, Jimmy, about a rant that we have planned for our political show. Oh,
Yeah.
Michelle says she's covering North and South Dakota.
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
Awesome. Ooh, Beverly says she's sending it to a federal judge she knows.
Ooh, that's good.
Ooh.
Thanks. Hey.
Oh, Jay is in New York too. Yeah, all you people are in New York.
Oh, wow,
You
they're
need
gonna
you
get
need
a
to send
lot.
it.
Listen, New York is out of control. Out
Oh,
of
tell your
control.
story. Tell your story. This is the new segment. Go ahead. Tony has a crazy story for today.
I am not gonna lie. I understand. Like, I don't go out like that anymore. Like, I pick my kids up, go to the supermarket. I do things
Right.
close to home.
Right.
So, today, because my son's birthday is for tomorrow, the party, I went out to get some stuff for the party. And
Mm-hmm.
when I tell you the crazies were out, the crazies were out. It didn't matter the time. It was it. I think I went out around 3 o'clock, and
Mm-hmm.
I go to Macy's, and there was some dude rolling and doing drugs right in the middle of the couch section. He was
In Macy's, in the store.
chilling inside the store, and this
Mm-hmm.
is literally like if that was his couch at home, all he needed was his TV.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until he started, because I had went there with Elliot and then I left and then I came back.
Mm-hmm.
But when I came back, I guess that's when he started taking it out because, no one's
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And still, I was like oblivious to him. I didn't see him doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
What started was that he got upset because we were invading his space, he was saying, basically.
Right. Yeah, no
I
shame.
was
No.
like, I didn't know he was talking to us, and he just kept on, he kept on, he kept on, and then he started yelling at us, and I almost flipped it on him. I did. I went off and I told him off a little bit, but then I
Mm-hmm.
realized that all the employees there was like 10 employees of the store and the security guard right there.
Not
I
doing
guess
anything.
my shock came from number one, the fact that he was doing drugs inside
Mm-hmm.
the store. And then the fact that there was literally about 10 employees of the Macy's right there. And not one person said, hey, this section is closed off because we're dealing with something that's pretty serious and we don't want you to get hurt or be in the mix or nothing. No, they are letting the customers go in and out around him, not saying a word. And I flipped the script on them too. I told them off. I said, how the hell are you guys not going to warn the customers that there's something dangerous? And
Right.
these are the types of things that happen. And the guy's smoking whatever drug he's smoking. He
Mm-hmm.
flips, takes out a knife or a pistol, starts shooting everybody. And now you want to say, oh yeah, he came here to kill people and that. But you didn't stop him. You didn't
Exactly.
warn people, and you
Mm-hmm.
clearly know. And you know what? Every single person I spoke to said the same response, that the New York State has laws protecting people. We can't touch him. We can't move him. So that means you're gonna let him do whatever he wants in the middle of the public where there's families, children, elderly.
Exactly.
So then as soon as when I realized what he was doing, everyone was looking at me. They started taking out
Mm-hmm.
their phones, recording him, recording me because he's yelling at me and I was telling him to shut up. Who the hell do you think you are telling me? I don't even know what the hell you're even arguing about.
They don't know. They got the wrong one. They got King Tony up in
Girl, so
there.
why do you say, oh, make me and make me? I said, no, you make me. Get up. Go ahead. Come make me.
Yeah, they got the
Who,
wrong
I was like,
one. They don't
yo.
know you. They don't know you like we do.
I was so confused because he just literally out of nowhere. We didn't even talk
Yeah.
to him, nothing. He just started attacking.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy out there on these streets.
Yeah. And
This is
this is
exactly
a
why I
bigger
stay home.
yeah, and that's a bigger issue. That's a side effect of the bigger issue that New York is dealing with. So we're going to talk about that on my political show because this is not really, about politics and news about like
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. But on
Yeah.
my show, we're definitely going to talk about that, especially your governor, Kathy Hochul. She's being investigated or something like that. I think we mentioned it
Oh
last.
yeah, and I sent you and Jimmy because I was
Mm-hmm.
what
Yeah.
yesterday I went to my appointment for my kidneys, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
another story for next week. But
Yep.
I finally get there. I'm watching the TV and it says that our mayor is being investigated.
Oh, Eric Adams too. Listen, your whole
I said,
state is
what
in shambles right now.
going on? And so I started Googling and I said, well, this is real. Like he's actually being
Yeah, it is real. Yes, get
I
ready. Like
couldn't
Jimmy
believe
says,
it. So
enjoy the show.
I said, I gotta send this
Okay.
to Ruby and Jimmy.
Listen, Michelle knows her job already. Mira, Tony too. We need to get back on track.
Okay, okay.
But she does have a good question. She says, "Is Vern officially done doing these JW lives? Is he ever coming back?" I mean, I don't know, but since his last health issue, Shauna wanted him to take a long break so that he can get better. And even if even if he doesn't like even if he can't come live anymore, I already told them that we would carry it through. Like we don't want the channel to have less activity. You know what I'm saying? Just because he can't do it, we would be more than happy to help the show out or the channel out by doing this ourselves. But,
Mm,
you know, as long as he's resting and getting better, that's all
yeah.
we care about. Like you should not be worried about YouTube right now when you're, sick.
Dealing with
Like who
health
cares?
is important. Yeah.
Yeah, take care of yourself before you start coming on the internet.
Yeah.
Um okay. So moving on. Yeah, Eric says you girls are hard workers. Thanks for doing the show. Yeah, cuz I people also expect a Friday night. Like we're already used to the routine. Everybody wants to
Yeah.
hang out and talk to each other in the chat. Then we're going to
Yeah.
hang out on Discord. Like I don't want to make people miss a hangout session. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
no.
I mean, he's been doing great with his videos, like his pre-recorded videos. So, I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing great. So,
Yeah. So, do what you can do, but I don't want him to push it. You know what I'm saying? So I told him we will be more than happy to cover the news.
mhm.
Okay, so Tony was talking to me about this video that she shared with me on Instagram, and I didn't see it until now when you mentioned it because I wasn't
Oh,
on the internet today. So I wanted to bring that up because lots of times we we kind of relate to movies or music when it
yeah.
comes to our experience of escaping a cult. And I remember for you, you said when you watched Heretic, which is a movie we suggested for everybody
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch, that was a moment that the main characters were
Yes.
Mormon and they were being challenged on their faith
Yeah.
and they were having cognitive dissonance in real time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been
So,
through that. So I related.
right,
It was very
right.
scary to see that on TV, but like if
Hmm.
if I was if I was still in the cult, I probably would not have felt or
Hmm.
maybe it wouldn't have touched me as much, but because we're so used to finding an excuse to put
Hmm.
ourselves in those type of situations, so it's to us it's fine. But now that I'm out and I see the dangers and I
Right.
see it like I'm just seeing it
Hmm.
on a completely different way.
Hmm.
It really, I was traumatized. I had to pause the movie a few times. Like I was having like
It
these
was really that good.
And it was pretty accurate. That's the thing.
It
Like,
was. It
the
was
you could see them questioning themselves. Like,
right there and then.
it's even before they even went in the door, like that whole
Mhm.
scene right there, it was just like the process of him trying to convince them to come in. It was just like,
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
yeah,
textbook Mormon and JW experiences. And then when he was challenging their faith, that's exactly what we all had to do in that waking up, that awakening stage, when we
yeah,
questioned reality, when we questioned God and everything and all that
yeah,
stuff. So watch that movie, right? So,
yes,
but for me, I when I was waking up and I was actually free to watch movies and stuff, because my mom didn't have a TV, no internet. I was totally isolated. um I was watching cartoons when I woke
mhm,
up. So I
yeah.
was watching
Oh, so
Disney for the
you're,
first
yeah,
time in my life.
I
I was
remember.
watching Yeah, I was watching cartoons and I would cry whenever there was like Dumbo, for example. I was
Yeah,
on the
oh my
floor
God.
with that one.
Yeah, Dumbo killed me, like,
Yeah. But I
yeah,
mean, like, I had that child mentality watching these cartoons. So I would laugh when there was a funny moment and I would cry when there was a sad moment, just like a kid, because there was the first time that I was watching cartoons.
yeah,
So when you showed me this, talking about Rapunzel, when
yeah,
I saw Rapunzel, that was my movie. I said, I'm
that's
Rapunzel.
I get you.
And
Yes,
the XJW community, maybe like 99% of the females in our community will say the same thing. They
right,
were the Rapunzel that was stuck in the tower,
right,
waiting to be free and just looking up at the sky like, I want to know what that is. And that's how we used
yeah.
to look at the world. Like, I wish I could go out there and
No, but
talk
it
to
was
people.
funny, like, even the scene in Tangled where,
Yeah.
she gets the guy and she has him tied up in the chair, and she's, like, hitting him with the pen and,
Yeah.
like, like, I basically did that to my partner. Like, he was the one that introduced me into, like, society, and, like,
I'm
everything was
telling
new,
you. I'm
and, like,
telling
I'm over
you.
here beating him up, like, and he's just like, "Pop, pop, pop," and he still was like, "No, don't worry," like, he's helping me, and
Yeah,
he was trying to
convincing
help me
her that it's
open.
okay to
Yes.
leave and I'll bring you back and
It
everything.
was,
Like, all the sneaky stuff is exactly what we did too. Me too. I went through the
yeah.
exact same thing because I was telling my husband, you come to me because I can't leave. So
Right,
I kept telling him to come over here, and that's
right,
the rest is history. But we're not gonna get
right,
into that.
right, right.
But what we are gonna show is that video that you shared
Oh, yeah,
with
so
me.
there's the first one. I think that's put
I
the
can't
other one.
believe I did this! I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this!
The stage
Mother would be
of
so
waking
furious.
up, Tangled
That's okay.
version.
I mean, what she doesn't know won't kill her, right? Oh my gosh. It's gonna kill her. This is so fun! I am a horrible daughter. I'm going back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I used to say. Like, I'm a horrible daughter.
I am a despicable human being. Best day ever!
Oh,
I can't help but notice you seem a little at war with yourself here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now, I'm only picking up bits and pieces, of course. Overprotective mother, forbidden road trip. I mean, this is serious stuff. But let me ease your conscience. This is part of growing up. A little rebellion, a little adventure. That's good. Healthy, even.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
I know. You're way overthinking this, trust me. Does your mother deserve it? No. Would this break her heart and crush her soul? Of course. But you've just got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Break her heart?
In half.
Crush her soul?
Like a grape.
She would be heartbroken, you're right.
I am, aren't I? Oh, bother. All right. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm letting you out of the deal.
What?
That's right. But don't thank me. Let's just turn around and get you home. Here's your pan, here's your frog. I get back my satchel. You get back a mother-daughter relationship based on mutual trust, and voila! We part ways as unlikely friends.
No! I am seeing those lanterns.
Oh, come on! What is it going to take for me to get my satchel back?
I will use this.
Okay, so that was a good clip. That was
Yeah.
the awakening process that as soon as I saw this movie, that's when I broke. I broke down and I was like, I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe it. But this is what King Tony says in the post. She says, a peek at the emotional roller coaster one goes through when exiting a cult. My journey was 6 years and I finally woke up when my baby girl, Keiko Jolie, was born. The best decision I ever made was leaving and never coming back. I learned that my family were my kids and I was blessed with such amazing kids. So, in order for my kids to have a better life, I had to break that cycle. And that is the lesson that we had to learn.
And then the first post, the post before that, I was explaining that the first step to healing is acceptance and acknowledgement. You have to accept, or I had to accept, that my life was a lie, basically. Like, you know, everything I believed in, and that I knew, all of that was just fake, wrong, lies. So I had to accept that in my head, because if I didn't accept that, then the back and forth would have kept going. You understand? I had to realize that those beliefs were not true. So now I have to restart again, you know?
Right. Michelle says her father was King Triton. King Triton. That's Ariel's father, right? Little
Yep.
Mermaid? Yeah.
Yeah. She said, eventually we all rebelled and swam to the surface. Oh, I like that. The governing body was Ursula. Did you see all the souls? You remember all the souls?
Yeah. Yo, that's so
She had
true.
a lot. She had
Yep. Yep. And it almost does feel like that. Like, well, if I have to get my freedom, or if I'm willing to give this up, it was almost like selling your soul, because it was like you lose everlasting life if you decide to leave. Because we used to think, if I
right.
want my freedom and my free will, I have to sell my soul. And that's how difficult it was. And that's
Yeah.
exactly why Norway is taking it as seriously as they are, because you shouldn't feel like that when exiting any organization. It shouldn't be like a life or death situation,
Mm-hmm.
but it is. And it doesn't matter how young or how old you are, you're going to have that same anxiety if you really want to be your true self.
Yeah.
So the next few stories that I had was about more CSA issues that I didn't get to cover last Friday. But this is in Portuguese, and when I changed the tab, it doesn't let me. Oh, does it? Hold on. Oh, okay, there we go. Translate. I'm like, yo, how the heck am I gonna read this?
Oh, it
Okay.
translates?
Yeah, the computer translates it. Let me see
Awesome.
if I can blow this up. Okay. So this story was published on February 7th, 2025. Title is Jehovah's Witnesses leader arrested on suspicion of sexual abuse of children.
Mm.
That's pretty recent, 2025 February. It's like we're still dealing with this. That this is a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're not showing his face and they're not giving his name. 2 red flags.
I mean, he looks a little young. I mean, body wise.
I don't know. No.
We don't know. We don't know.
So this is where he was arrested. When I googled it, it was
Oh,
Brazil,
you're
I
old.
believe. Yeah, 61-year-old man did not have his name released to the press and would have remained silent during the testimony to the civil police. So we don't even know his name. We don't know anything except the alleged, charges. I guess until this goes to court. But
Wow.
he is,
1 years old though?
yeah,
Jeez. Louise. Oh my gosh. These people,
yeah,
when I hear those, it just makes me think how long they've been doing this for. You know?
exactly. Because they say that one of the victims is now 18, but this was happening since the person was 11 and 13 years old.
Oh, you see what I'm saying?
So where does it end? Where does it end?
And my thing is, were there people, informing the elders about this person? Was there people speaking out and they were, hushed or silenced?
Most likely, because we've seen the pattern. We've already seen this with the Pennsylvania case, California. How many other countries have had CSA issues? We cover it all the time.
Yeah.
But I bring that up to show you guys how we are not done. Our work is not done until we stop seeing stories like this. And I don't think it will ever be done until we find every single cover up, every single alleged pedophile on that database list that Watchtower has. We need the FBI to go in there and take every digital information they have regarding CSA. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they do it for regular people, why can't they do it to them? Why can't they raid Bethel and get that list?
Yeah.
So I am hopeful that with our letter writing campaign, with our live streams, with our activism, with our exposure, with our subreddit, YouTube, X, wherever, we can continue to show this. And hopefully, now that Kash Patel is the director of the FBI and he's willing to share the Jeffrey Epstein list, then why can't we ask him to do the same thing with this JW list? Right? I don't know. I'm hopeful here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let me see what my next story is. And it's translating into English as we speak, because I get all of these articles from X, from like JB, username JB. I get it from Exito JW, and they keep up with these news from different parts of the world. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you now. Standing alone. Young people breaking with closed religious denominations. That's exactly the same thing in Norway. And I think this is from Norway, but we'll figure out. Yeah, Norwegian. Okay, so this is coming from Norway. And I'm not going to read the whole article, but I will link it in the description for everybody on my YouTube page so that you can read it yourself. But it says, breaking with a closed religious community can have profound consequences for the individual. Why? Why does it have consequences? It should not have consequences. That's a violation of freedom of religion. Whether you want to be a Jehovah's Witness or if you don't want to be one, there should not be consequences. It goes both ways. Okay, so I'll just read a little bit of this. It says, many who leave such environments are left alone, without family, friends, or support systems, and may experience mental health problems both before and after the breakup. How does this affect the young people, and what can society do to help? And this is a pretty long article, so I'll include it in the description. But that's the point. Why do you have to lose family? Why do you have to lose your entire community as if you didn't even exist 24 hours ago? It's despicable. So I'm going to include that story. Let me see. Oh, talking about letter writing. I have this story to share about, and I guess I'll just ask the chat and King Tony. Do you think that receiving a letter from like a handwritten letter from a Jehovah's Witness talking about their religion or any religion, it doesn't have to be JW's, but would you consider that like
personal?
Yeah, like personal or like borderline harassment? Like, what if you had religious trauma? You don't want to see some handwritten letter thinking that it's something important or like an invitation to a wedding or something, and you open it to find out that it's about religion? Like, dang, how you even got my address? How you even, like, I just wanted to ask you, how would you feel about that?
How would I feel about it now that I'm out?
Sure.
Honestly, I would probably just shred it.
Shred
How would I?
it.
Well, yeah, like I wouldn't. I would just throw it out. I wouldn't even
Right.
read.
Exactly. I probably wouldn't even read it. But I think we're both healed enough to not let that bother us. You know?
I mean,
Like certain things.
I don't think it, even if I was, but still, for me personally, I don't take that any type of way because I know, like, I put myself in that person's shoes, and I don't think that they would have
Mhm,
meant it to be a negative thing for the person receiving it. So
mhm.
that's how I would see it because I was that person, you know. But
Right. Okay.
I get what you're saying. You know, there are
Mhm.
people that probably it would trigger them or would make them feel that way. But for me personally, I don't think it would make me feel. It's just to me, I'm like, oh, okay, no problem, and then I'll just throw it out. But for someone who still
Mhm.
has trauma and still healing from that,
Mhm.
we're not still healing from it, but like someone who's sensitive to things like that,
Mhm.
I understand why.
Okay. 587 Maverick says it would freak me out.
Oh,
Okay.
really? You see?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to ask you guys before I go to the story.
Yeah.
Um Username me and you says I would not mind a personal letter from someone I know, but a stranger? Mhm.
Yeah.
Um Gonzalez says I would reply to the letter. Are you single? All right. Okay. So this story got my attention and I wanted to bring it up because the title, and this is also coming from Norway,
Wow.
it says responding to a handwritten letter from Jehovah's Witnesses in the mail. Sneaky advertising. And then
Mm.
we have this woman here and she's really giving me what's that girl's name from the
Like,
Anne Hathaway movie?
oh, Meryl Streep,
Yeah, but the character
the
in Devil's
devil.
Word. Yeah, the
Yes,
Devil Wears Prada.
I forgot her
I
name.
forgot her character name, but she's giving me her vibes, right? Like
Mhm.
I just love her vibe right here in this picture. So you see the letter, you see the letter there, the letter, the witnessing, right?
She's giving me Cruella de Vil vibes.
Yes, but not Cruella. It's
Oh, that's what Michelle said.
yes, Michelle, but it's not
Exactly.
Cruella. What's her name in the
Speech,
movie with Anne
girl,
Hathaway?
speech,
I forgot her
Michelle.
name. Hi, Colty.
Hey, Kofi.
Okay, so this woman posts a picture of the letter and she's basically complaining about it, saying like this is not appropriate to be sending handwritten letters to random strangers about religion when you don't even know how that person is going to like react to it. And I don't know how to feel about it. Like I'm on the fence with this one.
But I get it. I get what you're saying, but you have to think about it. You being the witness, you believing in all that. How did you feel writing those letters?
I didn't want to write those letters. I was basically forced to write those
Oh,
letters.
okay. So then, okay, so you felt like that before, like even being as a witness.
I've always felt like that. I was being
Mm.
forced to do telephone witnessing, letter writing, going door to door. I was being forced to get up every day and to do that until I said no more at 17 years old. And then she said, well, then you're going to have to leave this house. And I said, say less. I will leave this
Mm,
house. So
got you. So
this is why it's a little bit
her name is
conflicting.
Miranda Priestley from The Devil Wears Prada.
Miranda. Yes, that's Miranda, man. She gives me Miranda vibes.
You see,
I
for
love it.
me, the letter writing was easier for me because I didn't have to speak to someone. I could just send them my message, and majority of the time it was a handwritten message just like that, and then I would put the publications in.
Hmm.
But in my head, that was easier for me to reach someone without having to put myself at the door to door, going door to door. I started getting a little bit uneasy going door to door. Um,
Hmm.
so for me, the letter writing was easier. It was more manageable for me, and I was able to send out to multiple different people all at once. You just wrote the letter, you kept on, and
Hmm.
then you just bunched them all together and you threw them in the mailbox.
Okay. Well, in this article, she says that her mother received this handwritten letter in the mail from Jehovah's Witnesses, and the mother did not appreciate the letter, which her daughter understands well. Mom found it unpleasant. When you get a handwritten letter, you think it's an invitation to a wedding or something.
Mm.
Instead, it was a form of sneaky advertising. After reading the letter, she concludes that the purpose of the letter is to recruit members. It's a funny way to do it. It's just weird and a little gross. And I agree.
That's interesting. That's see, no, I mean, it's good that I see that now because now I understand. Because I remember they used to think that was they used to say it was
Mhm.
solicitation, that we were
Yes.
soliciting,
Mhm.
and we would be like, no, no, we're not. You know, just a letter. You know, if you don't want to read it, you don't have to read it, or you can send it back. But like,
Mhm.
but I get it now. It's like you're invading someone's privacy and using something personal like that, like writing a letter to someone is personal. You would think that it's from someone you know or someone you haven't
Right.
spoken
Or calling
to.
their phone number. Like I felt so disgusted with myself that I was
Oh, with telephone
invading
witnessing.
people's privacy,
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
their like I don't know you. Why am I knocking on your door? And I'm looking at people like, bruh, I had to. Okay.
I
Don't
get you.
blame me. And
I
that's why I feel like it's borderline child abuse when you're forcing kids to go to strangers' houses and call strangers' phone numbers and
that
send
makes,
letters to strangers.
I agree. I agree. That is neglect. You're not teaching your children how to, beware. You're basically telling them to call strangers, like you said.
Exactly. But for a religion,
Right.
for an organization, you're not doing it because you really want to. You see, my mom believed that we're saving lives and we gotta preach and yada yada. I didn't believe that for the longest. So it's like
Wow.
you're forcing people to do things they don't want to do. Exactly. How about recruiting children? Exactly.
No, and
Very
it makes you're teaching them to bring their walls down at a young age,
wrong.
you know?
Which is exactly in the movie Heretic. It was two young females going into some man's house. Like that was JW 101. You never go into a house and when it's just two females and a man. You never go in. That was like the first
Well,
red
I
flag.
mean, I feel like that was more it's still that's pretty new to me because when I was growing up, that it happened a lot. But as I got a little older, that's when I saw that they started changing that little by little.
Right. They said
But when I was growing up, there was always the sisters would do all of that by themselves, and they would go into house, and then the stories I've heard. Oh my goodness.
exactly, which is why you don't go in there. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's just like I would never do that stuff again. We know better now. You know what I'm saying? Like we would never.
Made me
Oh,
sick to my stomach, and
but
like I wanted
mhm.
to throw up because that's how bad it was, like triggering me.
Mhm. I was just about to say that because remember when we were talking about gut instincts and Johnny was on the stream and talking about our auras and whatever, like our body. It's like everything in your body was telling you, don't do this. It's unsafe.
Right.
Or when your gut feeling would, when we would sense like a demonic presence and we used to think like, oh my God, we need to leave right now. It's demonic in there.
Yeah. Oh
Why
my
are we
God.
going against our gut feeling?
When she saw the candle and what it was called, I was dead.
Yeah. Okay, well, don't give any spoilers of the movie. So anybody
No.
who wants to watch the movie Heretics with who was that actor? Hugh something. He's a
Um,
British actor.
Grant?
Anyways,
Not Hugh Grant, right?
I think so. I don't
Yeah, I
know,
think
but I'll let people do their own homework. Okay, so moving on, we only got 10 minutes left, so I want to like do a lightning round of all of these other stories.
okay.
I think this one was another CSA, and this was coming out of Pennsylvania. And this is the affidavit. They have it on jwchildabuse.org. That's another good website that they keep track of stuff. And I think this one was
Mm,
about that his date is coming up. So this is another Jehovah's Witness who was accused. His name is Roger E. Zellers. So if anybody wants to Google that name, Go right ahead and Google it. He has all these
Wow.
counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Mira, 17 counts. 17 counts. It was shocking. So I just wanted to share that really quickly. And let's see, the next one. All right, you should be able to see it. It says, and this is, how you pronounce that country again? CZECH? Zech?
The Czech.
Czech. Okay, Czech. I keep forgetting.
That's
Yes,
okay.
Doreen, it was Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. Yep. I knew it.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't particularly like him as an actor. I'm gonna, that's my opinion. Like, I really don't care for him as an
But
actor.
he did a good
But
job.
that movie, on point. On point. He did his role. Yep, he got
Okay.
an A+.
All right. So this article is about, let's read the title. It says 5 ministerial reproaches. Jehovah's Witnesses are being investigated by the Ministry of Culture. They are at risk of losing their registration. You
Where's
see what I'm
this?
saying?
Oh, the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. Yep.
Okay.
It says the Ministry of Culture is dealing with a possible cancellation of the church registration of the Jehovah's Witness Religious Society. In response
Wow.
to public complaints, the organization sent a call to desist from illegal activities. In it, he mentions damaging social ties, not providing adequate health care to children, and concealing some parts of learning. The
Mm-hmm.
witnesses are defending themselves against the ministry's actions and deny any illegal conduct. And this was posted February 3rd, 2025.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? This is exactly what needs to happen. Cancel their registration as a religion. Put them as a cult.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they are. Now, I think they had a list right here. 5 offenses against the law that the state is actually recognizing that this is what the Jehovah's Witnesses really do.
Mm-hmm.
And here goes the list. Number 1. Well, this is the question. How do the witnesses break the law according to the Ministry of Culture, right? Number 1, restricting the freedom to change one's religion or belief to
Or
be
to be
without
without.
religion.
Yes.
Number 2, restricting the right of relatives and persons socially close to the child to contact the child and restricting the child's right to contact these persons. That's
Mm-hmm.
what shunning is.
Yep.
And it's sick how they tell children to shun as well. They tell the children, even if your father or your mother is inactive or disfellowshipped, that you have to shun them to the best of your ability.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, restriction of personal freedom by using psychological coercion to create addiction that leads to psychological harm to persons or their family members or to damage their social ties.
Yep.
Number 4, preventing minors from receiving health care adequate to their medical needs. And we know that that's about the blood issue.
Yep.
Number 5, secrecy of some parts of the teachings of the religious community.
Yep.
And I think that's in reference to the disfellowshipping because they're not even being truthful about it in Norway. Why would they be truthful about it now?
Mm-hmm.
So members are going to be converting, getting baptized, letting their children get baptized. And
They get
then
this fellowship just for questioning, asking simple questions for more clarity, for more understanding. If
there
it
you
goes
go.
against the religion or if it's questioning Jehovah God, they can get
Mhm.
disassociated. They can lose privileges. They can be disfellowship, shunned completely.
Yeah, because even if you are when they mark you as disassociated, they call you bad association.
Right.
So even if you're not disfellowship, they shun you. And so people don't actually know that until it happens to them or it
Mhm.
happens to somebody in their family and they hit
It's
that
a
wall.
mild shunning, and then when you get this fellowship, that's the hardcore. That's like you're
Right,
completely cut off from any type of association or
right.
involvement with the family or the friends.
Exactly. So that's a good list. I'm glad that the Czech Republic is doing that. Norway's doing it. We need to continue doing it all around the world. The next story that I had is in Maryland. It says Supreme Court narrowly upholds Child Victims Act. So apparently this was a decision to um to uphold right here the 2023 Victims Act, which ended the statute of limitations for victims of sexual abuse to bring claims against the institutions that harbored their abusers. So now that actually means in Maryland you have more time to
Right.
report, which is a good thing. So if you are in Maryland or if you know anybody from there, this is actually good. Um yep, so I'm going to link this article if anybody wants to read it. And this was posted in February 3rd, 2025.
Wow, that's good.
Yep. This is very recent. And I think the next story is coming out of North Carolina. North Carolina Supreme Court upholds law that allowed 2 more years for child sex abuse suits. Okay, so
Mhm.
this is another one. This is another one that they're going to uphold so that you can seek civil damages. So, this is not just a JW problem. This is not just a religious problem with cover ups. It doesn't matter where the crime is happening. At
Right.
least these states are taking it seriously. They're extending time or, allowing more people to make lawsuits and things like that.
Yeah.
Um and then this is an interesting case. So I didn't know this, but somebody named Daniel Owen is actually suing the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses directly. And this
Wow.
was in 2024. And I know that people have suggested this before, but I was thinking, like, how is it possible? They always want to remove themselves from accountability when
Right.
it comes to congregational issues. They're going to say, "Oh no, that's not of our problem because we're not delegating things in congregations. We only handle headquarters."
Mhm.
Like they always separate themselves.
Right.
So this was one of the cases that they were trying to appeal Owen's lawsuit, and it didn't go through. So I will link this if anybody wants to do more research about that. It's Owen versus Governing Body of Jehovah's Witnesses. And this
Yeah.
is in New York.
New
And
York.
that was posted on November 6th, 2024. So that is pretty recent.
Mm,
A few months ago.
yeah.
So I'm going to link everything in the description. Anybody can go over there and look at these articles, read them, do more research, Google it, do whatever you need to do. And I
Wow.
think that's it. Those are all of my stories. I'm so happy I kept it in the 1 hour. Thank you to Michelle for keeping us on track. Thank you for Tony for joining me on the news segment. And everybody in the chat, thank you for joining. We're going to go to Discord and we're going to watch a new episode of Severance. It's a
Yeah.
really good show. I love it. So we're going to be there like at 10:05. Is there any other announcements we need to make?
Um, not that I.
Yeah, I
Nope.
don't think so. Michelle says, "Wow, you did it."
Yes, we did.
Yep, it's possible. Jay says, "Bye." Okay. Steen says, "Finished. I just got here." I know we're
Oh
so used to going
man,
for 4 hours.
is it Steen or Ston? Uh,
Steen one. I don't
I
know.
take the T out and it's Sean, so I'm saying Ston.
Stan. No, I have no clue.
Steen. Steen is better.
Jimmy says he needs to go find a red wig. Or
Okay,
maybe
You could get a short one, you know, like a
what about a red hat? Because I know Jimmy got a red hat.
I mean, I guess it's something red.
Yeah,
Or you could just
maybe
buy
something red.
red hairspray and spray your head red.
You know how cold it is in North Carolina at night? You think he's going to be showing his hair? That's why I suggested a red hat, maybe like a red hoodie or a red hat or something red. Everybody, bring something red next Tuesday because we're going to spill some tea and we're going to have some guests to spill it with us.
Yes. All right, good night everyone.
Yes, good night to everybody. I am bringing up everybody's comment to say bye to them and thank you for joining us. Yeah. All right, guys, meet me on Discord. We're going to watch a new episode of Severance. And I'm going to give you the outro now. See you guys on Discord. Bye.